Yay Networks.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Casillejos, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Welcome to the show. Today we're breaking down one of Taylor's biggest hits, You Belong With Me.
You belong with me. You belong with me.
You Belong With Me is the sixth song on Taylor's 2008 album Fearless and her 2021 re-recorded album Fearless, Taylor's version. This song was written by Taylor and a woman that she's written a lot of songs with, Liz Rose.
And she said that a friend inspired this song because she overheard a friend of hers talking to his girlfriend, and he was completely on the defensive, saying, "No, baby, I had to get off the phone really quickly. I tried to call you right back. Of course, I love you more than anything. Baby, I'm so sorry." And this girlfriend was just yelling at him.
Oh, man.
Taylor said she felt so bad for him at that moment, so she came up with the first line. You're on the phone with your girlfriend. She's upset, going off about something that you just said. And then she ran off with that storyline.
Okay, so the lyric, I wear t-shirts, I'm definitely getting crafty and making a t-shirt that says I wear t-shirts on I have to do it.
But it has to be in the style of like the Junior Jules
Yes,
t-shirt from the
yes,
music video, but
of
it just
course.
says I wear t-shirts. I love that. I don't know if you guys remember, but I think it was like the first year that I started working at the Kid Craddock morning show. For Halloween, I dressed up as Taylor from the You Belong With Me music
Yes,
video.
that's exactly what I thought
Yeah.
the first time I saw this video, because I did go back and watch this video and Taylor's version, and I hate that I am even going back and looking at Big Record produced videos, but I didn't watch them the first time. Yeah, I didn't watch them the first time, so I need to go back. And that's what I was like, oh my gosh, there's Anna, because I saw you in that costume, and then of course she brought it back again, didn't she, for the Look at What You Made Me Do in that video? Yeah.
When all the Taylors come back.
So Lucas Till plays the boy next door in the music video, and he's also Travis Brody in the Hannah Montana movie. I don't know if y'all ever
That's
watched
where
that.
I know him from.
I love that movie, but we're not talking about that. Also, I wanted to see what else I knew him from, and I didn't know him from anything else, but on IMDb, he's also in a movie called The Spy Next Door. So he's the boy next door, and he's the spy next door. I thought that was hysterical.
That is
He's
so
typecast.
funny.
He's
And I
the
think-
next door.
I think, Amy, they met on the set of the Hannah Montana movie.
Okay.
I think that's why he was in this video, because she said that she saw him and he was really cool, fun to be around, and he also had this like charming boy next door type
Yes.
look to him. Something I love also about the music video is that Taylor plays both herself and the mean girl. Well, when she's the mean girl, she's a brunette, right?
Yes.
But it's so funny because even though this video's been around for forever, I saw a TikTok of somebody being like, I was today years old when I realized that that's Taylor.
That's me.
Is that you?
That's me. I watched it for the first time again, this past week doing our research for the podcast, and I had no idea before until
That it was
just
her.
now. Yeah.
That's so funny because all the comments on the TikTok video of the guy saying that, they were like, but it's literally looks
obvious.
like her because it is her.
Well, some people have hated on this song, saying that it's downing the girly girls and it's toxic for putting down other women. But that's not the case. Someone on Reddit pointed out she wrote the song when she was 16 in 2006. Many teenagers have that kind of mentality at one point or another. She played both characters in the music video instead of hiring an actress, conveying the song that it is about her insecurity within herself and her own femininity, rather than acting like she's more deserving than the other girl who wore short skirts. So I thought that was a cool way to bring it all together.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point in your life, you're Regina George. At some point in your life, you're Katie.
Yeah.
At some point, it's going to happen. Okay, guys, tell me who said this. The answer is not Taylor Swift. I'm going to tell you that. Who said this? Someone said in an interview that they love singing the song, but they get embarrassed because they sing it so loudly. This person said, I think it's just because it's very whimsical in a way that's not necessarily whimsical every day. Who said that?
Why do I want to guess Kim Kardashian?
That's incorrect. That would be, we're going to be getting into Kanye here in a second, and that would be a good guess, but no.
I'm drawing a blank.
Lizzo.
No, that's not Lizzo. That was going to be Lady Gaga.
Oh.
She loves this song. She sings it at the top of her lungs.
That's awesome.
Do we want to get to the Kanye drama?
I mean, if we're talking about the music video, we have to talk about the music video.
So we'll do a completely separate podcast on everything Kanye versus Taylor related, but we'll give you a little taste because You Belong With Me is where it all started. So Taylor was nominated for a VMA for Best Female Video at the 2009 Video Music Awards, and she was up against Beyonce's Single Ladies. Taylor won, and if you've been living under a rock for over a decade, this is what happened when Taylor accepted her award.
Thank you so much. I always dreamed about what it would be like to maybe win one of these someday, but I never actually thought that would happen. I sing country music, so thank you so much for giving me a chance to win a VMA award.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
And then those boos just continued for quite a long time.
What was he thinking?
Still makes my blood boil
I know.
to hear that.
And Taylor is up there just looking so defeated as anyone would be.
And confused.
And confused. How do you react in a way where you don't seem like the bad person? Like, you know, I mean, there's it's a no-win for Taylor at all in that situation.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the show, Beyonce did win. Kanye got his wish. She won. Her Single Ladies won for Video of the Year.
The top honor.
The biggest honor. And yeah, Kanye was storming the stage for not the biggest award. Not that I would excuse it, but if it was the biggest award of the night, then maybe you make a stink. Not that he should.
He did it for himself.
Oh,
I don't
absolutely.
even think it was for Beyonce.
100%. But to do it for not the biggest award seems a little crazy. Anyways, Beyonce let her give her acceptance speech. She invited Taylor back up. And then after the award show, Taylor was asked about the big interruption.
I was standing on stage and I was really excited because I had just won the award, and then I was really excited because Kanye West was on the stage, and then I wasn't so excited anymore after that.
And Taylor, are there any hard feelings towards him?
I don't know him, and I've never met him, so.
So were you a fan before?
Yeah. It's Kanye West.
Are you still a fan? I take it now.
You know, I don't know him, and I don't want to start anything because I had a great night tonight.
Okay.
Did anyone give you support backstage?
Yeah, I've been getting so many text messages. It's like, and everybody's been really nice. So I've had a really, really fun night. It's been interesting, definitely. It's definitely been an interesting night.
Is anyone's heart just breaking for Taylor Swift?
My heart, like you can tell she's like holding back tears. Like it's just, oh gosh. And I'm sure you guys all haven't, if anybody listening. If you watch the Miss Americana movie on Netflix, they go into this and it shows like the video clip of that interview and the way she's just like holding her head down, like avoiding eye contact. It's just, gosh.
Just terrible.
And she's just trying so hard to be perfect and to not say the wrong thing whenever she's feeling all this on the inside. And that troll just took away your moment.
Because she's
19 years old.
Yeah, well, because she knows, like, in that moment, if she says, yeah, I'm upset, or yeah, like, that wasn't right, or no, I'm not a fan anymore. I mean, granted, we know what happened after all of this, but in that moment, they would have made her look like the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she had to pull it together afterwards and perform this song, right? I mean, right after.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So, you were talking about the Miss Americana documentary. She talked about it briefly, this whole incident on that documentary.
It was so echoey in there. At the time, I didn't know they were booing him doing that. I thought that they were booing me. For someone who's built their whole belief system on getting people to clap for you, the whole crowd booing is a pretty formative experience.
I'm so sad.
And so the whole Taylor Kanye thing that kind of went back and forth for a few years, just a lot of gossip columns and stuff. And then they seemed to kind of make up kind of out of nowhere. They sort of just made up 6 years later. So in 2015, Kanye asked Taylor to present him with the Video Vanguard Award. It was the biggest award that the VMAs were giving out that year to Kanye for being such a great artist, right? And he asked Taylor to present him with that award. And here's a little bit of how that went down.
I have been a fan of his since I can remember because Kanye defines what it is to be a creative force in music, fashion, and, well, life. So I guess I have to say to all the other winners tonight, I'm really happy for you. And I'm gonna let you finish. But Kanye West has had one of the greatest careers of all time. I am honored to present the 2015 Vanguard Award to my friend, Kanye West.
First of all, thank you, Taylor, for being so gracious and giving me this award this evening. Thank you. And I often think back to the first day I met you also. I think about when I'm in the grocery store with my daughter and I have a really great conversation, and at the end they say, "Oh, you're not that bad after all." And like, I think about it sometimes, like, it crosses my mind a little bit, like when I go to a baseball game, 60,000 people boo me. Crosses my mind a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, there's that. And then it was just a few months after that when a phone call was recorded with Kim and Kanye. Taylor didn't know, and we'll get into all of that at another time.
Yeah, it's going to be its own episode.
They seemed to make up. Obviously, they didn't. And then she wrote some music about it.
And then we got the Reputation album.
Just so heartbreaking because she is sweet and innocent and wants to believe in the best. And that's what got her there in the first place. Because, okay, we're just going to squash this. That's fine. We can be friends. Oh, we can poke fun at it. And then it all blew up in her face just in a horrible, horrible way. I hate that.
And what I hate about it, too, is what we know now in 2021 is that this was before Taylor was super outspoken about her personal beliefs, about her feelings on things. She wasn't political. She wasn't calling people out really at this point. And so we know the whole time she's sitting back thinking, okay, if I say this, I'm the angry woman. If I say this, I'm being catty and bratty. But Kanye can say anything he wants, and he's an artist. He can do that because he's a man. He can get away with it. So this whole time she just feels muzzled. She can't speak out. She's furious and angry, as she should be.
Yeah.
And so it sucks.
It's just crazy that this also just so happened so early in her career. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, throughout all her, 9 albums, we've been able to, watch her become more vocal, become more, confident in herself. And it's crazy to think, if this incident would have happened on around album number 6, would she have reacted the same way? Would she have still kind of brushed it off, or would she have been like, hey, that wasn't cool?
It has to do with her team too. Everyone was kind of keeping her hush hush.
Yeah,
definitely. She was definitely still under the control of her dad and Scott Borchetta at her label and just her PR team and stuff. Absolutely. They say, don't say anything, it'll go away. But meantime, she's the one that's getting dragged online and in the gossip columns and stuff.
But hey, then we got Reputation, so.
Just heartbreaking, though. I remember watching Miss Americana and seeing firsthand how much that affected her and how much that defined her, that she's not going back to this moment because, I'm just going to ride this out since this is what everybody remembers. We're going to be enemies now. No, it truly affected her.
Yeah.
And that's just heartbreaking.
So we'll move on from Kanye. We'll talk about some nice things. The song got a lot of good attention. And that year at the Grammys, she got 8 nominations. So on the last episode, we told you that she won 2 for White Horse. She obviously won Album of the Year for Fearless. And so 3 were for You Belong With Me. She didn't win any Grammys for it, but she was nominated for Song of the Year, but she lost to Single Ladies again. She was nominated for Record of the Year, lost to King of Leon's You Somebody. I can't believe that was that long ago.
Yeah.
Kings of Leon. And then she was up for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance, and she lost to Beyonce again for Halo.
Beyonce had a good year.
Beyonce had a great year, and she really did. I mean, Single Ladies, Halo, those are some good songs.
And the only reason that Taylor even wrote this song was because she wanted an up-tempo song in this album. That's it. She wanted an up-tempo song where the verses explode into the chorus. She wrote it with someone she collaborated with a lot, Liz Rose. And Liz said, we wrote it like the day before she cut it. And she wanted to make sure that she had written everything out she could write for the record before she finished cutting it. So she came in wanting to write an up-tempo number, came in with that story, and it was a fun, fast driving song. And you can hear it in the guitar that it just really worked.
And I'm pretty sure, I think I read somewhere that they wrote it in like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I've seen that a lot when researching Taylor Swift songs. She wrote it in under an hour. Everything she wrote so fast.
She just spews out talent. So do you want to hear some of my favorite differences in the original and the re-recorded?
Always.
Yes. Because that's one of my favorite things, as you know, if you've been listening to our other episodes. It's the tiny, tiny differences in like the notes and the way she says certain words. And in You Belong With Me, here's the original clip. So now in the new one, listen to how she says girl like that.
Hey, what you doing with a girl like that?
I can't like that with a girl like that.
What you doing with a girl like that?
It's so happy. Oh my gosh, listening to that full volume in the car is amazing.
Amy, you want to talk about Weird Al?
Okay, so do y'all even want to?
Yes, I love Weird Al, Amy.
Okay, so he's known for parody songs. Weird Al Yankovic. I don't know if I'm saying his last name. Yankovic?
Yeah, Yankovic.
Whatever.
Weird Al.
Weird Al, that's all I'm going to do. So he doesn't have to ask permission to do these songs, but he likes to have a good relationship with whoever wrote the song, and he asked Taylor Swift, and she allowed it. And I think it's because of the subject matter. It's about not dissing her, but dissing the invading privacy, media, just whatever. But the lyrics are just so fun.
Here's the song, and Amy, it's called TMZ. Here's Weird Al. I love Weird Al.
So dumb, but it's funny.
Nick, don't you know what TMZ stands for?
It does. It stands for. Do you guys know what TMZ stands for?
No
Amy
idea.
and Lacey?
Fail this trivia.
Okay, kids. TMZ stands for 30-mile zone. It's not a very sexy name.
Why?
30-mile zone. It's like that's the area in LA where like all the big studios are or something. They're like in a 30-mile radius or something like that. So yeah, 30-mile zone. That's where all the news comes from.
There's today's fun
TMZ.
fact.
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Did you notice any other lyric changes?
Please tell me.
Did you?
Yes, and I had assumed Anna was all over it. Anna, it's okay. I got it. I got it.
Okay, thank you.
So there's a part where she says,
I'm in the room, it's a typical Tuesday night.
I'm in the room. It's a typical Tuesday night.
Tuesdays is when new episodes of 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, come out.
She listens to the podcast. It's been confirmed.
She left that out of the Taylor's version. But what she does say is,
I'm in my room, it's a typical Tuesday night.
I'm in my room. It's a typical Tuesday night. And Swifties are speculating that she made the change from the room to my room because she now owns her own music and owns her own songs.
Yes, girl. Yes, I love that.
Wow.
I'm in my room. It's a typical Tuesday night.
And she mentions Tuesdays often.
Yes,
in
why
a lot of her songs.
Why do you think we pick Tuesdays to drop our episodes?
Obviously.
That's when she goes to Olive Garden.
Yeah, that is when she goes to Olive Garden.
That's it for this episode of 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. What Easter eggs did we miss? What theories are you loving? What have we missed in previous episodes that you want to talk about? Contact us. All the ways to hit us up are in the description of this podcast. And you can also subscribe everywhere you can find a podcast.
Yes, Cassidy said, started listening yesterday and kept adding my own commentary out loud. Can we be best friends? Happy face, I love it.
Yes, we can, Cassidy.
Absolutely.
So leave us a good review and make sure you tune in next time.
Yeah, because next we're going to be talking about why we decided to call this podcast 13. We all know it's Taylor Swift's favorite number, but why? And how many times has she accidentally or subtly used it that we didn't even know about? We'll break it down next.
Thanks for listening to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.